OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
So we're very much on the way now. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Peter, Marcus Llorente, has had a huge effect by just moving position, moving a little further forward. Who would have imagined he could be so creative and such a prolific goal scorer too? Expect to see him make a lot of those powerful surges up the pitch, and at times he'll drop in as a number 10 in that supporting striker's position.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Nice looking ball. Pedro Neto has the space to scheme, and that should get the job done. It's the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Gavi might just make this. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Tries to pass it through. And he shoots! Tries to get it clear. Looking for the run. And he's picked it up out wide. Lofted in. And the keeper beats it away. Oh, he's having a go! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Fabian Ruiz. Neither side yet able to find the net. Ruben Dias. Bruno Fernandes. Plays it through. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Gavi plays it in. And it's hoisted clear. He's having a pop! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Pedri with the short one. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Good ball over the top. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what a ball! Ferran Torres. Now, what about a counter-attack? Mendes calmly anticipates. Now it's Llorente. He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oyarzabal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he's there to clear it. Laporte. Ruben Dias. Vitinha. And it's Mendes. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Bruno Fernandes. To Bruno Fernandes. He's in a great position here. Rodri. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Gavi. João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Felix! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, there's the clearance. Bruno Mendes delivers with whip. Keeper has taken decisive action. Now it's Oyarzabal. Llorente. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well read, nice interception. Pass somewhat off target. Still waiting for the first... Ah, he's given it away! Chance for a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And it's Pedri.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Knocks it out wide. João Neves with the clearance. Ruben Dias gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Cucurella. Fabian Ruiz. Vega does well to get it back. Spain have a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Rodri. Threads one in. Vitinha. And that is the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So neither side yet off the mark.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So straight into the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Ruben Dias simply refused to be outdone there. João Felix is onto this. Nicely weighted ball. And he's quick to get rid. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spain are looking to break at pace. It's a promising position. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Pedro Neto. He can run onto that. Unai Simon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. That'll be a throw-in. He's looking wide. No outsmarting him this time. Now it's Pedro Neto. That pass isn't the best. Pedro Neto is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Diogo Costa clears without hesitation. Portugal can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now this could be a chance. But he's made sure that's not getting through.
Portugal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
And the return pass. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a sharp pass. And this is Ronaldo. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ferran Torres. He's got away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. No breakthrough, and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And he's straight offside. Spain choosing to make the first change. It's not an especially good pass, that. Kubasi. Pedri. Played down the flank. Nico Williams in acres of space out wide. Oh, good effort! Cleared without hesitation.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Great chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Portugal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Cucurella. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nico Williams picks it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Goes for a shot! It's fallen kindly here. And there's his goal. Finally the breakthrough.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Spain have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Now it's Williams. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Cucurella. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. He's shifting through the gears here. Looking to play him in. And the shot! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Spain have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
He's had it taken off him. Ruben Neves. So that's it. It is all over. In the end, then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the... Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are two of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. A pair of neighbours ready to go at it. Here's a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And we have our very first corner. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Cleared away. He's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Bruno Fernandes. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, one of the smartest wingers around, Peter, is Oyarzabal. I really like the way he just instinctively seems to know when to take people on or when to release it. And not being a physical specimen, you really have to show good tactical awareness on this front. And he's learning quickly.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Gavi. Cucurella. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Oh, that's neat. Al-Kubasi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that's a key interception. Played out towards the right wing. He's found a way through. And here's great chance! And it's hoisted clear. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. This might spell danger. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, what has happened here? And the keeper couldn't hold it. Rodri clears it away. Knocks it into space. Oh, nice touch. Has a look up. And a header! Oh, superb reflexes from the keeper. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
He's on it, can he get away? Has to go back here. He's going for goal! But he's left disappointed.
João Cancelo really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He has found a way through. Llorente receives it in a wide position. Deftly away. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Oyarzabal! So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he gets rid in a hurry. João Neves unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kubasi. Played out to the left flank. It's a promising position. He's got away. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Looking for the run. Vitinha. And it's Mendes. Mendes gets on his bike and on the move. Can he finish? Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Cucurella. Rodri. Now, can they get him away? And he's managed to get free. Now it's Gavi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Oyarzabal.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's in on... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Spain! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
He's shifting through the gears here. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And that signals the end of the first period. Been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Portugal coming at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
So, third corner of the game. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. An instinctive delivery. How Kubasi can get it clear. And here's João Felix. Mendes calmly anticipates. Portugal still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Looking to play him in. Llorente. Spread to the right. Has crossed into... Oh, good effort! Tries to get it clear. João Cancelo, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And the pass is intercepted. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Pedri. Ruben Dias spots it and intercepts. He's in plenty of space here. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Llorente. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Neves. Cleared without hesitation.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Portugal get their fourth corner. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
No outsmarting him this time. João Felix. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And he's picked it up out wide. Cross goes in there.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pedri. Spread it left. Nico Williams in acres of space out wide. And it's Rodri. And here's Ruiz. Ah, looks a smashing ball. Cucurella got a long way forward to join the attack. And this is Ronaldo. He's under a lot of pressure there. Bruno Fernandes stood his ground strongly. That looks a good ball through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 11. Número 18. Número 8.
He's had it taken off him.
Número 15.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Número 16. Número 20.
Played down the flank. He's picked his way through.
Número 21.
Shoots!
Número 5.
A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Ferran Torres. Llorente. Aimed beyond the defence. Ferran Torres. And the shot! And he hits the net! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
That's the end. Portugal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort. It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
João Neves deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. Ferran Torres gets into a good position. He is through here. Ferran Torres gets his head on it! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Vitinha. Knocks it into space. He's got away. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Portugal! And we have liftoff. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
And it's been taken short. Oh, shooting chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Ferran Torres. Llorente. Llorente. That is good strength. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nicely weighted ball. Llorente picks it up out wide. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Pedro Neto. The counter is on for Portugal. Now it's Gavi. Delivered low. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Fabian Ruiz goes long. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's a fine interception. Spread to the right. Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh no, what has happened here? He's having a shot! There's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A horrible blip. A moment they could well have done with Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal, Portugal! And again they hit the front. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Cucurella. And it's Gavi. And here's Pedri. Gavi opts to play it back. Oh, well played. Great chance! Goal, Spain! They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
That's been cut out, well played. It's a really well-measured ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Joao Felix. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Llorente looking to hit the byline here. Ruben Dias.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
That looks a decent ball. Joao Neves. So much. There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Bruno Fernandes plays it short.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that brings the first half to a close. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football.
Vamos saudar os nossos jogadores.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So, a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. And so the action is resumed. That's a decent clearance. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oyarzabal! That is brilliant from Mikel Oyarzabal! A finish right from the top draw, and the comeback is complete. That was beautiful, something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Spain have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pedro Neto has the space to scheme. That's put paid to the danger. Portugal needing a change of fortune here. It's a promising position. João Cancelo gets across and deals with it. Vitinha. João Neves. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target. Portugal may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threat.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's there to make the block. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. Vitinha. And this is Ronaldo. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Portugal get their fourth corner. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Real chance! And a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Portugal dragged themselves back again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pedri. Vega calmly anticipates. Cristiano Ronaldo is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Spain have opted to make another change here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well.
Tries a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Well, what about it? Portugal have dragged it back at the last. Good ball, good take. João Neves running with intent. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Williams. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Vega. Well, that pass isn't the best. And the shot! Goal! Spain! Into the lead once more. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Ferran Torres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he has his goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
It's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 11.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Número 15.
So again we have parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's
Cristiano Ronaldo! And that was very necessary.
Número 26.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Ferran Torres. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Quality ball. Laporte spots it and intercepts. That's destined for the flank. Williams. And the shot!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's in a great position here. Here's found, shoots! Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Oh, he's played it in low. Nico Williams.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's on it, can he get away? Ferran Torres is onto this. Ruben Diaz gets it away. Now it's Conceição. Chance here to counter.
Pretty robust defending.
And he's there to clear it. And that is that. Portugal have won it by sheer force of character, as winning teams do. Well, there's little doubt that Spain and Portugal are two of the 21st century's most formidable teams. Both ambitious, both obliged to win, both crammed with incredible talent, but only one can prevail. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. When these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! What a wonderful goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Oh, he's played it in low. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Pedro Neto.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Oyarzabal. Ferran Torres. He's had it taken off him. Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party. Gavi! Gavi is flagged offside. Laporte. First quarter of an hour gone. Here's Rodri. Now it's Gavi. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha. Good. Vitinha! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Gavi. And here's João Felix. Nuno Mendes. And this is shot at goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Portugal with the corner. They're first. Bruno Fernandes goes short. And that is well cleared. Bruno Fernandes with the delivery. Caught offside that time. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, good effort! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Ferran Torres receives it in a wide position. Ruben Dias. Vitinha. Joao Felix. And it's Neves. Ambitious ball here. That's a decent clearance. He's gone direct here. Ferran Torres. Foot in. Cristiano Ronaldo touches it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
He's got away. Now this could be a chance. He is through here. It's a good foot in there. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Off the ball! That was travelling. Nuno Mendes. Alex Vega. Now Ruben Dias. João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Joao Felix! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Pedri, and he's managed to get free. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. Vitinha. That has been cut short. Nuno Mendes. Portugal ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Joao Felix. And it's Mendes. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Fabian Ruiz. Spread out to the left. Pass somewhat off target. Bruno Fernandes, who's set up 1 goal so far.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
And it's hoisted clear. That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the 1 goal. It's still anybody's game here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
And it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Chance for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Threads one in. Cucurella gets into a good position. Cucurella just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, super find. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
João Felix clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
João Felix! And there's a goal! But that is not going to count.
And needless to say, he disagrees.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Vitinha was in no mood for any of that. That's a little off target. And here's Oyarzabal. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's picked his way through. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you can see his annoyance.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Pedro Neto picks it up out wide. Gavi. Well, they've got it again. And it's Rodri. Played into space. Well, that pass isn't the best. Vega. And they can counter here. João Cancelo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he cuts out the supply. Nicely weighted ball. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's been caught napping. Deftly away. And they've got a throw. Spain can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Serve Fabian Ruiz! He will be livid with himself. João Cancelo. Now Ruben Diaz. Oh, what a mistake! Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. João Felix. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. And this is Ronaldo. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. João Neves simply refused to be outdone there. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Pedri. He has found the way through. Fabian Ruiz is in a really good position out wide. João Felix chasing after it. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And here's João Felix. And it's Mendes. And that should get the job done. Rodri. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Spread it left. Now it's Williams. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know.
And it's claimed by the keeper. Just 5 minutes left. It's a promising position. Very nicely done. Now it's Oyarzabal. Fabian Ruiz tries a shot! It's a quick ball upfield.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well read, nice interception.
Foram indicados
Confirmation
2
that there
minutos
will
de
be 2
compensação.
minutes stoppage time. And it's Llorente. Out of play for a throw.
Vamos divulgar uma substituição.
João Felix. Ruben Dias. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Portugal can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
As duas equipas.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
They're up and running then. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. De Ketelaere. And this is De Bruyne. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And he's found a way past. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. De Ketelaere. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy Tielemans is a player I've warmed to. I've been really impressed with having seen him so easily adjust to playing even in the fast, high-intensity leagues, and in addition to that, play one of the most demanding roles in the team too. I also think that he's developing more and more as a leader and becoming quite an authority.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Vega, pressing high and with purpose.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Onana promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Castagna. Castagna is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Ball's played through. Bruno Fernandes. Now that looks a decent ball. He's in plenty of space here. Deftly away. Portugal have reclaimed it. Great vision. João Neves puts a cross in. That has been slung wide. Vega cuts it out. Castagna. Oh, well played, well sorted out. João Neves. Pedro Neto ventures forward. That's going to go a long way. And here's Neves. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Portugal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Mechela, spread out to the left. And it's De Bruyne. Castagna. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in a great position here. Oh, good read. Let's a look and place it forward. Meunier. Trossard. And here's Tielemans.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's not an especially good pass, that. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Ronaldo. Doku. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Ruben Dias. And it's Neves. Now that is commitment to the cause. Portugal with the corner, they're first. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Chance, surely! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And he thumps it clear. Can he get it through? Great ball, and he's João Felix! Well, the finish certainly didn't match. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Portugal really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Portugal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Vega. Here's Vitinha. And this is Ronaldo. Pedro Neto. De Bruyne. Tielemans. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's De Bruyne. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Trossard has it in a wide position. João Neves. Can he spark a counter here? Driving on and making good progress. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And it's Tielemans. João Felix. João Neves. João Neves running with intent. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
João Neves, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Onana. It's a searching pass.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
That is good strength. Big chance, corner. Corner number 2 then. Bruno Fernandes, and the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And it's Meunier. He's a sharp little ball here. Now this could be a chance.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really... Oh, shooting chance! Well taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity and soon enough they'll get another break.
It's a sweeping cross. That's put paid to the danger. Looking for a runner. Nicely worked. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Belgium have opted to make another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Onana. Portugal can consider themselves just about safe now. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, there's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Pass somewhat off target. Vitinha. João Neves.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Into the last 5 minutes. João Felix in acres of space out wide. Defending of the desperate variety.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Salmakers.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
João Neves. Chance for a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Onana. Marah, and it's been played through. He's in one-on-one. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. Diogo Costa has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
They've played it short. And he whips it in. He's rising! And it's in! Deep into injury time! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to... That's that, the end. What a game, what a show! Into quite a spectacle.